Today we're going to be doing lesson 8.1, which is equations, and you should have torn the following pages out of your book. Your homework page will be in there, and they're also used as reference. An equation is a mathematical sentence where two expressions are equal. We can also say they are equivalent. An equation contains an equal sign. Some equations also contain variables, which is our unknown item. When you replace a variable with a value that results in a true sentence, you solve the equation. The value for the variable is the solution of the equation. When an equation is not true, it's called an inequality. We use the not equal sign, which is an equal sign with a slash through it, when we are solving for an equation. We will be doing items with inequalities. There are other symbols we can use, but we're not going to get into that today. So let's look at number 1. Number 1 says h plus 19 equals 56. And then it gives us these values, 36, 37, 38. And we have to decide which one of those is going to get into there and make that equation true. So I'm going to start with 36. And I'm going to add 19 to it because that's what our equation tells us here. And I get 55. Is that equal to 56? No, it's not. So 36 does not work. I have 37. I'm going to add 19 to it. When I have that, I have 56. Does that equal to 56? Yes. And then you always check the last one, 38 plus 19, and I get 57, and that does not equal to 56. So the way we would write our answer is h is 37. You can't just put 37. You have to tell what 37 is. You do need to put that variable h there to say, because it's not the answer to the problem. The equation's 56. We need to know what this piece is. H is 37. If you look at number 2, it doesn't give us anything to try, so we have to do what's called guess and check. We'll be going into mathematically how to do it later. So 23 plus what will give me 29? Well, 23 plus 4. What does that give me? 27. That's not it. So I need to go up 2 more. 23 plus 6, that would give me 29. So this one doesn't work, but this one does. So we're going to say x is equal to 6 because that's what we plugged in place of the x value. Here we have one where it gives us values to try. We have k minus 4 equals 13. So it tells us, do you notice that little semicolon there? It's telling you try these values, 16, 17, 18. So we have a value and we're taking 4 away from it. And we want our answer to be 13. So 16 minus 4, so that's what k is 12. And that does not work. 17 minus 4 is 13. That's what k is, so we like that one, and we're going to try that last one. 18 minus 4 gives me 14. That doesn't work. So k is equal to 17. That means if I were to plug that value in for k into this equation, it would make it true. Here we have 6 times m. 6 times, remember, when that coefficient is right there in front of the variable, that number, and there's no operation, it means multiplication. You can also think of 6 times m equals 9, if that helps you. So I know some things about 6 and 9. I know it's not going to be a whole number. It's going to be a rational number because I know that 6 times 1 is 6, and 6 times 2 is 12. So I know 9 is between there. So I'm going to try 1.3. And I'm going to multiply 6 by it. And I'm going to see what I get. I get 7.8. Okay, that's too low, so I need to go up higher in my decimal spot. So let's try 1.4. I get 8.4. That's closer. So 1.5. And I get 9.0. Awesome. So my answer is m is equal to 1.5, which means if I substitute that value in for m, it will give me that answer. If you're feeling pretty good about these, you can do these 4 on your own and check them. If you want to work them together with us, just keep it going. But a lot of you may already be getting this. So here we have 5 times something gives me 30. So I'm going to substitute in 5 times 5 equals 25. It's not that one. 5 times 6 equals 30. We like that one. 5 times 7 equals 35. Notice I'm using dots. We like this one. So that means that W equals 6. To make that a true sentence, if I have to place 6 in place of W to make it true. Number 6, m minus something will give me 11. So that number has to be larger than 11 because I'm taking away from it to get to 11. So let's try 14. 14 take away 5 will give me 9. Okay, that's too low. Let's try 16 minus 5. That gives me 11. So here we have m equals 11. Oops, equals 16. Ooh, nearly made a mistake there. 36 divided by s, that's an s, equals 9. So we are having a multiplication fact family here. We're going to use the division part of it. 36 divided by 4 will give me 9. So we like that one. Oops, we like that one. There we go. 36 divided by 5 will give me 7.2, and 36 divided by 6 will equal 6. So these two do not work for our equation to be true, so S is equal to 4. Now that 6, it is a true fact, but it doesn't have the same equality on the other side, the same expression on the other side, which is what we want. J divided by 8 will give me 4. Well, I know I'm going to have something that I'm dividing by 8. So if I think of my facts, I know, let's see, if I try 24 divided by 8, that gives me 3. So let's go 32 divided by 8. That gives me 4. So we know that J must be equal to 32. So when we write these, we do need to write them with the variable saying what it's equal to, because if you notice, more than likely it's a piece of the expression, it's not the answer. So we have to identify what it is. This is a star release question, which means this is a way that Texas has tested this one before. It says, which equation has a solution of 2/3 for n? And what this means is wherever n is, it should be 2/3. So they're telling you that n is equal to 2/3. So that is the solution for any of these equations. So when we're looking for which equation, we're looking for the one true one and we're going to have 3 false ones. Okay, so we have to go in and use this value to substitute in for n. So here we have 2/3 minus 1 would give me 1/3. Hopefully you can already see that this one's not going to be true, because if I'm taking 1 away from it, I would have to change this to be 3/3, and then I would get a negative 1/3 here, because I don't even have a full amount here. I just have 1. I just have 2/3, and I'm taking a whole piece away from it. So that one is not correct. So now this was A. So now let's try B. We have 16n. So in place of n, we're going to put 2/3, and it should equal 24 according to this one. So I'm just going to deal with this side right here. 16/1 times 2/3. I would get 32/3, which simplifies down to 10 2/3. Again, that one's not equal. C, we have 15 times n, so 15 times 2/3 equals 10. 15/1 times 2/3. When I get this, I have 30/3, which simplifies down to 10 equals 10. So I'm liking that one, but we're going to go ahead and try D. You know we make mistakes. 1 1/3 plus 2/3 equals 3. So we need to convert this one into a mixed number. I'm sorry, we need to convert it into an improper number. So it would be 4/3 plus 2/3, and we're hoping that equals 3. 4/3 plus 2/3, our denominators are the same, so we can just add them, is 6/3 equals 3, and this would simplify down to 2 equals 3, which it doesn't, so then we're going to use that inequality sign. So we have gone through, and just by substituting in the solution for n, that solution for n, we have found that C is our answer. So this is the way the state of Texas has done this before. So you have to be careful on how to read it. Which equation has the solution of 2/3? That means this is the solution for n. N is equal to 2/3, so you have to substitute in and see which one is true. So this one is true. All right, please do your guided practice. They're not going to be this hard, but I did want you to see one worked out.